Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we made it just in time. It is 1 minute till 5 p.m. CET, right? I mean, it is 6 p.m. in Finland, but might as well use the more universal time. Also hope nobody fell victim of the dreaded time zone mix-up, or rather daylight saving time mix-up. Nevertheless, we are here. This is Bounty Hunters FT7 show match event. Joining me tonight will be, as per usual, Space Dust from the Portuguese FGC. Howdy.
Hello. Yeah, I was gonna say no. I just got to sleep an extra hour tonight. I feel amazing. I woke up and the clock said it was earlier than usual, and then I realized, oh no, I slept more than I usually do.
Same.
Which was very nice. I feel great today. I feel very energized and ready to go. That said, you're talking about the time zone mix-ups. To me, it is 4 p.m. It's still very sunny out. Very nice.
Oh yeah, sunny Finland. We haven't seen sun in a couple of weeks now. It's not really that bad, but I mean, I guess I should say I haven't seen the sun for like a couple of weeks now because my sleep schedule. But anyway, let's look at the card for a couple of seconds. I think we have our competitors already raring to go. Let's just do it as we go. So aApple, Vahvaloac, 2 Finnish players.
Yeah, aApple's a new show, right? Unless it's someone going on a different tag than I'm used to, but I don't think we've seen them before.
It's kind of the same deal as with Kianator, I think. I don't think I've seen aApple. Wait, no. I think aApple is in the Finnish fighting game Discord, but it's definitely a player that is from past very unknown to me personally.
So it'll be interesting to get them on the screen, get them to see, get them to show us rather what they have to show. Eno versus Chip matchup is actually a really interesting one when you think about it from a metagame standpoint, because these are 2 characters whose perspectives have really changed between Season 1 and Season 2. Eno, unfortunately for me, on a bit of a downward trend in perception, but Chip is one that people keep giving more and more credit as people have been bringing him to more events and kind of showing what he's capable of. It's very interesting to see the change in perception on the character when in reality there's not been that much actual changes to the character. In fact, a lot of people said he got really nerfed in Season 2. So
yeah, I guess it could be related to like meta balancing the way other characters are changed. But yeah, it's interesting. Chip started out being like one of the favorites in terms of tiers, then fell a little after that, and then he's like making a little more of a comeback. It's definitely a roller coaster road development.
Yeah, definitely on sort of an upward trend all throughout, and a character that's I think matches up very interestingly against Eno. Both of them are kind of like mix-up based frail characters that move relatively fast in this game, so just seeing their individual offenses. Unfortunate JS attempt there from aApple gets caught up by the J Slasher. In fact,
I imagine it's probably like a little difficult for Eno to pin Chip down, being so mobile. And in addition to that, is like Chip also does pretty decent damage on Eno.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference there is that I feel like it's quite a balanced matchup, considering you really struggle to get in neutral against Chip, but then Chip being Chip do seemingly so much damage on each kind of mix-up hit that you get. But that said, the opposite is also true, because Eno is quite frail, as we're seeing here right now. Vahvaloac already getting a really decent amount of damage off of just these couple of hits, and managing to get a perfect after getting the offense set up.
Yeah, I imagine if you get your ball rolling, I guess it goes for both characters, but like Chip only needs like a couple of hits and, you know, not the best character on defense, especially if you don't manage to build that 50 meter before it's too late.
Yeah, and as you can see, if you look at aApple right now, you can keep blocking Chip for quite a bit, as is the nature of the matchup, and you don't actually generate that much tension on the defensive side, so you have to really make those opportunities to defend work. You need to make them be valued. With that said, though... Oh, go on?
Oh, yeah, I think in the past this was probably slightly harder for Eno because of Chip's teleports, which obviously don't exist anymore, but...
I don't know, I've played some people with some really dubious connections in the tower. You really think that Chip still had a teleport.
Right, aApple.
Yeah, this is... See, what I was trying to get at is exactly this. aApple gets in and then the... Oh no, unfortunate whiff on the Fortissimo there, but manages to get back in.
The DP is good.
Hit by the DP. And now it is Vahvaloac's turn to put on offense, but... This is what I was trying to say. Both of these players kind of... Their characters are well matched to one another by the fact that they're usually considered to be lower damage is offset by the fact that these are two characters with low health pools and low effective defense.
So one thing I gotta say straight off the bat, aApple has had like exactly one chance of touching Vahvaloac and already immediately got a round out of it. Jesus Christ, that damage!
Yeah, there is a meme, and I've seen this a lot in Eno character discussions, just that unfortunately being too far away for the hit confirm to work. Go to YRT, Vahvaloac taking their turns. But there's this kind of meme in Eno discourse, and I'm the discussion rather, and I'm fairly sure it'll exist for Chip and Millia as well, for the kind of similar kind of characters in terms of their strategies, where it's like, yeah, their matchups to each other are just so much more interesting because they're almost one on whoever gets the knockdown after neutral. And they feel like they have so much more damage.
Yeah, it is such a Guilty Gear thing. A lot of the times... Oh, wait, yeah, we're in there. I was like... aApple, what are you just standing there for? Alright, we're mixing, and the wall... Oh, wow, probably missing the super there.
Yeah. aApple had a chance to bait the burst there. I'm not even sure if that still really works this patch, since the changes have been made to how high up burst takes you. I'm not entirely sure if in that situation Chip would have gone up high enough to get the burst baited by stroke.
But again, look at this consistency. That was the second time in this set that aApple manages to touch Vahva and immediately around. I think I should probably say third is making like really good use of the opportunities that they get. And I guess you should against Chip, because you know Chip is so sneaky that whenever you get a chance, you know, make it count, milk out the damage. Speaking of opportunities.
Yeah, this is the chance that aApple really needed, getting the knockdown as well. An attempt to go out, but Vahvaloac manages to elbow out of the corner, and now, yeah, can convert this into a kill.
You know, they tend to say historically Chip like doesn't do a lot of damage when you're just blocking out of like random conversions, but it gets super dangerous when you're low health versus Chip. Like small mosquito bites. Oh, wait a second. What do we got here? Like small mosquito bites like 6k start to be way more relevant when you die on the next hit, or if Chip has 50
For
meter.
sure. And I mean, not just that, but even just the case that Chip can put you in block strings for so long that his damage naturally will get buffed by risk gauge quite a bit. So, again, as is true, especially in old Guilty Gear, as I've been learning, is that Chip is really one of the characters that emphasizes the old Guilty Gear adage of if you're blocking, you're losing.
Yeah. And on the other side of the things, Chip players on defense tend to go for like very hasty high impact options just to like get out of that situation. You really can't block anything as Chip, especially in the older games. Like
really solid uppercut from aApple, getting the 2P out and anti-airing Vahvaloac on the attempted cross-up with jump 2K.
Nice. Could potentially be one more hit. The DP is once again good.
And now grab on wake up, catching aApple and sending them through the wall. And yeah, the jump flash finds its way in. It gets the last hit.
Spending burst very early here. Oh my god, the 2S.
Oh, that's really straight hit. Could have confirmed, but it's a bit of a ways away. It's a bit difficult, but still, Vahvaloac doesn't drop the chance to keep the offense going, keeps the pressure. Opting for more strike throw than you typically see Chip players doing is they will tend to, you know, typically go more for that high-low pressure.
Ooh, Jumpy out of the sky secures the last hit situation. Vahvaloac starting to run away with a bit of a momentum lead here, but you know, judging by the situations, like as soon as aApple gets a chance to do something, they've been delivering. So this momentum could switch back extremely fast, especially here. Vahvaloac forced to use that burst not to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, even just a two-way on its own did so much damage to Chip already off of that block DP. So you really don't want to take the full conversion off of it. Vahvaloac really did the right decision in bursting there, I think. aApple now. Vahvaloac doesn't get a punish out on that super.
It's been a lot of value for aApple so far with that reversal super not being punished on block.
Yeah. Oh, on block, this still kind of at least plus 30 or so. It forces your opponent into guessing once at least. So it's certainly just a difficult scenario to be put in. And yep, wow. Using the reversal super once again, as we said. Goes for the setup in the corner.
aApple is really on top of, you know, a lot of these situations where you have an opportunity to abare. Like, look at that! Just constantly not letting Vahvaloac run away with too much free pressure. And I think, yeah, like, you should be abareing against Chip because, you know, the damage discrepancy. Oh my god!
Oh, and there's the burst fade at the very last moment. The last moment where Vahvaloac could have bursted. aApple just went for the RC and called it out.
Wow, aApple though. I didn't know we had another capable player in Finland. Alright, decent start. 50 health out of aApple's health gauge, but like we said, this momentum this matchup is extremely momentum based. Very explosive, changes can happen very fast.
Vahvaloac just being outside of the range to get hit and put into the minus frames situation from that super. Getting a hit with a Gamma Blade, not getting anything out of it. aApple managed to get out of the corner with a 6B twice in a row.
The defense for aApple is so strong. Like, how often do you compliment players for their defense rather than their offense?
Never, if you're talking about me.
It's really one of those characters, like, historically characters that just want to take that one hit and then mix you with set play. Characters like maybe Milia, not always known for their defensive capabilities, but aApple is putting on display some really active defense here. Blocks the overhead as well.
Actually recognize when Vahvaloac likes to go for the Gamma Blade, but unfortunately that 6B is just a bit too slow at the range where Vahvaloac is using it for it to be punishable by the 6B.
Alright, another point for Vahva, 4-2. Still, it is not the easiest game. Like, Vahvaloac is obviously adjusting to what Apple is doing. Again, at the end there, very delayed, sort of, was it 2S, waiting for Apple to make a move and then looking for a whiff punish. Yeah, staggering pressure as well. You do have tools to call out there. Attempts to press buttons. Wow, oh my god, from what
solid
range?
flash. And the realization, going into 6B again instead of going for anything else. Good 6B once again, yeah. 6B is definitely one of the best ones in this game, so... Apple has got a good good thought patterns to be recognizing that and trying to go for it. And now going for the full conversion, taking Vahvaloac over to the corner and managing to close it out with a jump K on the wake up.
Ooh, nice whiff punish there on the landing. Not getting too much though. Alright, now falling victim to the Genrazan this time. Slowly pushing Vahva to the corner. That's gonna be a good hit. Oh, doesn't quite manage to get the hard knockdown they were looking for. This will be plus frames.
Yeah, look at that. Apple forcing the guessing situation, but Vahvaloac still had the burst to get out of the corner. Gets swept out. 6K finds another hit. And the wall is broken.
Yeah,
Vahvaloac might still take this into a round 3. And it's looking very likely.
Oh, I was gonna
burst
ask
from Apple, just wanting to close it out.
I guess it makes sense because you had a lot of meter to play with. Oh, the punish is not quite there. I can't blame people like being a little shaky with punishing that super. I think the block stun is very deceptive. You gotta be ready to press the button really fast after the super ends. Also, for all heads like myself, you punish that super way different in Strive than you do in Exert. Because in Exert, you gotta FD it out. In this game, if you do that, that's no good, I think.
Yeah, and in general in this game, if you're blocking, you're not doing that well against it, and that's why a lot of players will try to just force it out in neutral.
Alright, getting closer once again. But we need a couple more to bring it even.
Yeah. Apple's on the chase, but managing to kind of find their stride, it looks like. So, always good to see the sets going closer. So what do you know about the players and how long they've been playing?
Vahva is definitely a player who's been around for Exert and plus R. Not like the
really solid conversion from Al. Look at how much damage that did. Solid YRC now denying the super from Apple. Oh, but you're gonna get a hit with that. Apple has shown to not drop it once. It won't drop it again.
I wonder if it's like a conscious choice from Vahvaloac's point of view to not, if they don't have the sort of confidence to deal with that super properly, they just try to not engage with it at all. Or maybe it could be a knowledge gap, we don't know.
We don't know, but it's definitely one of the scarier supers to be kind of reasonably afraid as a newer player to strive on how to punish it, right?
Yeah.
If you mess it up, the amount of damage you take, even if you're just blocking, you're put in such a disadvantageous situation. It's not a great feeling.
And a knockdown on top of that. Oh, Vahvaloac making these DP RC attempts into mix-ups. That's always nice when you can do that. Alright, the deep stroke. Finding its mark. Again, the 6B. I wonder if that's on reaction, because Apple is doing it so consistently. Oh, there we go. Into the corner you go. Apple with the 50 meter. One hit is gonna be the kill. That's it. Oh, missed the super input, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think that's what they were trying to go for.
But still with a massive lead. And yeah, after the wall break, you block something from Ino as they already have 100 meter and a positive bonus. Yeah, I don't think Vahvaloac was gonna get out of that, especially with 0 resources to spend. Actually misses the media there. Good burst, puts Vahva in the corner, the counter burst to get out as well. Oh, I think as the set has progressed, Apple has been hitting those safe jumps better and better. And at this point, Vahva, if they don't have the 50 meter, it might be super dangerous. Might be even discouraged to not DP. Wow. Nothing's going past Apple at the moment, not even 5D. That said, maybe Vahvaloac.
Good 6B. And Apple, doesn't finish it with a heavy, with a hard knockdown, so he can keep it going. Good 6B on the Alpha Blade. Yeah, very solid checks. Apple finding the punishes, finding the reactions, and going on for it.
Might have got onto Vahvaloac's habits there, going for stuff like Alpha Blade really fast out of block strings. Because if you get to construct like a profile of what your opponent wants to do, you don't even need to react, right? I think Vahva just needs more frame traps here, probably. That or just, needs to get like a rhythm for how your opponent is fuzzy mashing. Oh, finds an immediate burst from Vahva. Wants to keep this life advantage and not get cornered. Yo, that's big.
Yeah, really solid hit. That will just kind of happen to you sometimes. You'll just... a big button will just find its way in.
Yeah, especially when you're facing strong buttons such as chips. But that's sort of like the nice anti-air, by the way. That's sort of the essence of Ino's neutral. It's very you commit to your options. It's like if you manage to land a hit, you get the knockdown and you get your game started. If not, yeah, then you're probably gonna eat a lot of damage. But the point is, you sort of force the opponent to make decisions and RPS with you. Like so. It's like, the stroke is approaching. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna commit to your maybe slow button that is gonna call me out? Or are you gonna take the stroke? Vahva says, I see it coming. Big 6 heavy counter hit. Makes it even once again. 5-5.
Yeah, really solid. Really solidly even set again. Every time there's a set on for people kind of newer to Strive generally, it's kind of hard to gauge and get a good matchup going. But this seems to be pretty evenly matched. It could be anyone's set at this point, and just keep going.
Right, good position here to take the round. Apple has 50 to defend, no burst. Of course, it's 6 PK. Or I think Vahva wasn't able to build the meter in time. Yeah, you can see Vahva is swinging that 6 heavy.
Yeah, it's hit just nicely. Yeah, that's so much damage to hit just correctly there on the stroke. And yeah, Apple, I think, will be a lot more scared of throwing out stroke against it. And I say that just as they go in and hit a punish on 6 heavy with it.
Yeah.
Solid RC into the grab.
It's not like
forcing another grab. Sorry, just
still.
And the double overhead gets the hit.
Yeah, it's not like it's like win it all kind of thing. You can delay your option, in this case, the stroke the victory, and look to whiff punish instead.
Yes, his Vahvaloac needs to be so committal to get that option to hit, so Apple can definitely counteract it.
Now this will be kind of an important point. The winner here will go to 6 first. Vahvaloac has the beater. This could be it, should be it, not quite.
Oh, just one hit off. This reversal swing gets so much damage off. double overhead, finds a way in. Both of these players could be, the one hit away from death.
God. Both players had a lot of chances to end it there, but the one up on resources each time. Apple ends up reaching the 6 points first. Now the pressure is on Vahvaloac's side to take 2 wins in a row. Wow, once again, was that anti-air against jump 2K? I think Apple did that earlier as well. Yeah, the stroke is still minus. Both players with 50 here. Potentially, if Vahvaloac manages to get the hit, needs a clean one. Oh, here's a good reversal once again.
Yeah, basically equalizing the health on its own. That Fortissimo deals so much damage. It's already a very damaging super for Ino to have. Now just blocking in, unfortunately getting hit. And getting the round over to Vahvaloac, who can equal it in 6 points with just one more round.
Not quite getting the punish on the landing there. Ooh, it's tricky. 5D lands a hit, but without charge. Not gonna go into a combo.
Command grab gets a hit in after getting the reset and whiffed grab.
I think
on the wake up frames.
Because Apple took that as a counter hit, it was still in a hit stun. But Vahvaloac still manages to even it out. We are going into the last match of this set, starting out the day pretty
with
strong.
With a 6-6, yeah.
Whew. Is it gonna be Apple, the debut player here on Bounty Hunters today, or is it gonna be Vahvaloac? That's the fast burst. Ooh, nice timing as well. Sort of pushing Apple into the corner with that one. It's always nice when you get an accidental side switch for your burst and push them into the corner. But speaking of corner, good jab.
Oh, and the super startup was there. Vahvaloac could see it. Forced to block. Couldn't do much about it. Was put in those minus frames, and Apple just managed to mix into the round win from it.
I'm just so amazed by Apple's ability to make this quick, grasp the momentum back for yourself. Even if you mess up, you're ready at a moment's notice to make those fast flash frame decisions. Here's a hard knockdown for Vahva. Ooh, into the low. Tricky. And this will be the very last. It's Apple who reaches the burst first, but should be available for Vahvaloac as well. So going into the last round with rather...
It really depends on how long this round goes for. And as it's looking like...
Oh my god,
yeah, Apple's already going really far in. Yeah, Vahvaloac does get the burst. Both of the players have it. Apple cannot use it right now. But this is going to be going back to neutral.
Oh,
Both of these players now just one or two interactions away from one of them taking the set. Apple drifting into the grab, catching a hit, getting the burst out of Vahvaloac. Goes for the Zansen Roga.
Oh, that's a punishment!
Gets blocked.
Yo!
And there we go.
Apple!
The overhead.
That is actually kind of cool, because that super is a little tricky to punish. You gotta know how many, zooms before you get to dash towards chip. And Apple pulling off the Sanse Roga punish when it counts. Holy, that's a pretty good debut match there for Apple, gotta say. Another pretty promising looking Ino player to add to the list of players, or the Ino players we have here.
Yeah, I'm always excited to see more of them coming in. It's always good to see the Ino family growing, so welcome Apple, very good showing, really good set, and Vahvaloac. Again, they went super close, so it was a very good one to see.
All right, moving on. it's gonna be your boy Gio versus Sierra next, as your boy wants to also play on Striving for Progress, I believe. So we are playing this one now. Fairly high level match. This could potentially be like a main event of the evening for sure. Your boy has recently shown some pretty decent results, and Sierra Vice, you know, always very solid results. Sierra is kind of a interesting gamer for me. Depending on the day, depending on the matchup, they sort of tend to challenge even players that I'm like, wait a minute, should Sierra Vice be actually able to take out this monster in this situation? But more often than not, Sierra Vice just showing that they're an absolute gamer in pretty much any fighting game.
I've seen, it's really funny because I remember seeing Sierra Vice actually showed up on an episode of Will It Kill from Sajam's stream. I was like, oh, I recognize that person, but it was on a Grand Blue clip, which was interesting to see. But yeah, no, Sierra. So speaking of, we haven't had Gold Lewis on the stream for a couple weeks properly now. We haven't had like much Gold Lewis representation. I felt like every few weeks that I've been seeing here, I keep going, the big man is missing. So I'm enjoying the fact that we actually have Gold Lewis here. So it's certainly gonna be good to see. Also, did you see? I don't know how tuned in you are to the Strive Tech setups and sharing on Twitter, but there was recently posted some crazy new mix capabilities for Gold Lewis. Just really, up at least a 3-way mix for him to do out of pressure. So I'm very interested to see if Sierra's been labbing at all, if we're going to see some of these new developments for the character in the match today.
How recent was that tweet?
At least from yesterday to a couple days ago. Hold on. I have it here because I was just watching it and just sitting in awe, just thinking about it. Yeah, it was posted yesterday.
Damn, that would be really fast adaptation if Sierra Vice already has that in their kit. But then again,
hey, and that, I always trust the gamers in this show to bring us some new heat. Yeah, just off of a dash cancelled close slash, Gold Lewis can go into so many different kind of factors of pressure. It's very, very cool to see. But, maybe not if you're playing against it.
Yeah, speaking of dash cancels of close slash, I haven't seen a lot of Gold Lewis players use that. I've seen a couple of occasions, but every time I see like a dash cancel into a behemoth or something like that is like, that looks dangerous. I'm not exactly sure like how good it is, but
I think it's allowed for Gold Lewis to do some Kara cancel shenanigans, but I'm not sure how viable those are in reality. So really, it's just a matter of seeing how much people keep using it. And I think Gold Lewis is one of those characters that has had the most amount of kind of character specialists who really want to pick up the character and working on him that I've seen in Strive. So I'm definitely interested to see how much this character keeps getting sort of grown and developed. Just like that, we're going in.
Yeah, and speaking of the mix-up, it's kind of like weird. Usually Ino has been the poster girl of, mix-ups for every Guilty Gear game, but now we have characters like Lewis or Baiken competing for, you know, with having like even better mix-ups than Milia.
So, the biggest issue with Lewis and having a lot of mix-ups is that it's still... Oh, I was gonna say, this man still doesn't move super fast, but as I said, that Sierra getting a really good air grab sort of punish there, stealing the corner away, but unfortunately that ends up going against their best interests, as they are going to now have the wall broken on them.
Yeah, here's one of the most difficult things in this matchup. Gio moves very fast, pressures. Oh my god, turned in the right direction as well.
I think you can turn in any direction. If you just do the base motion, it won't come out. But if you turn,
right?
it's just going to autocorrect for you.
Right.
But still, your boy managed to grab and block that, be quite safe, take the first round. But now it's Sierra's turn to hit that Behemoth Typhoon, and in this Behemoth Typhoon, your boy has 1 health remaining and needs to make a comeback, but he's definitely trying for it right now.
Ain't gonna matter if your opponent doesn't even get 2p out or anything.
Yeah, which is probably gonna be a star button here against a lot of aerial approaches for Giovanna. Even more so than usually characters using 6p. I think Giovanna can do a lot with that, Giovanna, sorry, Golus can do a lot against Giovanna with that 2p.
Speaking of 6Ps and anti-airs, here's a 6P plus, delivering 40% damage. Now this will go back to neutral, no super spent. But that round start position, you have, I guess, better, faster reaching buttons. I mean, Golus has the reach advantage, but doesn't have the startup advantage to press those buttons, and the startup is a big thing here, especially at this range against Giovanna. Yeah, this is what your boy wants to keep doing as much as possible, being on the defense against Lewis, one of the most terrifying things in the game. So how to combat that? Wow, the 2D on landing there.
Yeah, the 2D. Nearly anti-airing after the jump dust.
Often ends up being a legit anti-air, because when you do stuff in the air, or if you use your air options, you will land into recovery, so you are technically punishable on landing. Yeah, don't you try jumping out of that drone. This is Lewis time. Oh, nice wave punish. Recognizing that Sierra Vice was looking for some sort of a counter poke there with 5k.
Oh, that 2k just barely fighting a hit and allowing Sierra to break the wall.
Too bad Sierra just built that 50 meter a little bit too late.
But using the 50 meter to try and break out of the corner, unfortunately, your boy keeps the momentum going, gets a hard knockdown on the wall break.
Lots of resources for Sierra to defend. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
This is one of them.
Getting 1-to-1 off the back of that solid reversal super.
You know, we were talking about how difficult it is for Lewis to press any buttons during Gio's defense, but if you have that 50 meter and if you're willing to gamble, very Stripe-like thing, you can equalize the situation very fast, because I think, like...
Oh, the whiff grab.
Now it's Lewis time, yes. Your boy smartly backing off and looking for a trajectory.
Ooh, catching the punish with 2k 2D on the other side, managing to get a solid conversion off of it, getting the drone Oki, the double crossover, and another one just for a good matchup, but getting grabbed into the corner now. But we have back throw into back throw, securing the round for Sierra.
I think I saw Sierra. Oh, wait, what is this hit? Right, FDing out, a couple of backdashes. Oh, but Sierra on the hunt. Sliding into the throw. This is big. Does your boy even get to spend this meter? Here's the YRC.
Oh, unfortunate. I think it was, yeah, unfortunate air block. It means you don't actually get to punish the YRC since you're still forced to be on the blocks and until you land, as are the air blocking mechanics in Strive. Still, Sierra still here with a vengeance, with a little bit of health left, just needing to hit one hit. And there it is, the flying typhoon. That's a second point for Sierra.
I really like that, just being conscious that whiffing that coughing swing is gonna probably get you whiff punished against Giovanna, one of the prime, one of the strongest whiff punishes in the game with her step dash. So goes for the RC option select, and we got an unfortunate disconnection.
Ooh, did we get kicked? I think we did. Did the player see it? Oh, they backed off?
Let's see what's happening here. Are they jumping into the game? Oh, your boy is saying there might be a desync happening at the moment.
Yeah, it seems weird because the lobby was saying that only one of them is playing. Oh, yeah, they're back. Seems to be all good.
Nice. Not missing matches.
No missing matches. Unfortunate bit of Strive lobby moments, but
recently we've been pretty good on not missing matches. Players noticing and or getting that thing where I think if the players get a desync, that usually means that the spectators disconnect as well, so at least not missing too many matches too often.
I think players have been starting to get more knowledgeable of the issues that happen, so they've been waiting quite a bit more on the rematch buttons. So it's good for us as people trying to kind of be on this side of the events, spectating and commentating. Players are helping out a lot. Ooh, solid, almost whip punish on that 60 for Sierra, but now getting mixed by the Giovanna.
Oh, waiting for the burst!
Your boy blocks the burst.
Not gonna be a kill, but we are going back to neutral here. What an active frames of the far slash! Sierra was actually ends up running into that. That is definitely a Geo thing. One of her, or a couple of her normals just hit multiple times in a row. Block on the overhead. But despite being able to initially push Sierra away from that walk string, not breaking out of the corner, and now facing a threat of, ooh, that's so nice. Spiral arrow. Projectile invo, but not quite able to mount the successful pressure that they wanted there. Now with 2D counter hit conversion into the corner, Sierra finds a really good far slash. Nice. Speaking of the whiff punishes, you whiff any button against Giovanna if they're ready for it. The step dash gets you in there super fast. This might be fucked, yeah?
Yeah, I think part of being a good Giovanna player, and your boy has shown this time and time again, is being, you have the fastest step dash in the game, and being able to be mindful of how you use it and moving around in and out of neutral to abuse that sort of mobility to your advantage and getting an edge out of it is really important.
Yeah, the step dash just works so well with her fast buttons that sort of have the startup that they require but lack the reach.
Oh, and what a good trade for Sierra, basically getting a whole hard knockdown to work out of. And now, yeah, your boy tried to 6-speed to get out of the corner, but Unfortunately, the Behemoth Typhoon will not be stopped.
But that's the thing. You can't sit there and just take it. You gotta be actively RPSing against Gold Lewis. That means you're sometimes gonna eat a big overhead swing into more than half your life. But hey, that's the matchup, and that's Strive for you.
Yeah, but then again, if you do get in on the Gold Lewis, you get to promote to him. The unfortunate big man doesn't always have the solutions to get out of pressure. I think against Giovanna that is extra true. There's a lot of situations where you're just going to struggle.
Good use
But
of
the
this.
opposite is true. Yeah, look at that.
Ooh, the flip kick chases.
Solid block on the DP.
Oh! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, what is going on? Gold Lewis shooting your boy's rod?
I was actually surprised there. It kind of looked like your boy was going for a spiral arrow against the minigun, but I guess the projectile invo frames didn't have time to start fast enough. Either way, this one goes for Sierra Vice, getting the lead once again, 3-2. I really hope the connection is not too weird. There's been a couple of weird looking hiccups on the spectator side in terms of, you know, visuals. Wow, the bar slash still reaches up there. Your boy so much to work with. That 100 meter was worth a lot of wrist crank. Oh no! Maybe an unfortunate miss input, going for a jump deep, tapping another attack button, getting gold burst, and now Sierra is completely out of defensive resources here. Until they hit the 50 meter.
It gets blocked, and your boy will just get the round here.
So it's kind of double-edged sword sort of a situation. There are a lot of gaps in Giovanna's pressure to super through. The downside is you don't have the fastest super in the game for sure, especially if you choose to churn it. But I guess it's a reversal, you never churn more than like 1 360. Especially against Giovanna.
Now look at that. Just the way how swingy these rounds are. Whoever gets the advantage tends to just be able to do so much damage to the other one.
Very patient. Ooh, even on that DP whiff, manages to backdash out of the situation in time. 50 meter used. Servais building a little bit of real estate for themselves. Oh, is he gonna get there in time? No, it just churns immediately! The first frame out of the Iron Cannon super goes for the other super!
Yeah, just absolutely going for it.
That was sort of good presence of mind from Sierra Vice, because that was basically your boy doesn't want to get hit by that beam, because that's probably... He's probably gonna not wake out of that one. The step dash far slash once again gets there, tags Sierra Vice out of the air. And now looking for one more touch. What's it gonna be? Dancing back and forth.
Oh no, the YRC? Oh, I wonder if it's, I hope it's just a spectator issue. I hope that breaking the connection didn't throw Sierra off. But even still, your boy gets the round, gets the punish.
YRC into lag, yeah.
The truest of the combos.
Alright, a lot of meter out of that gold burst. Yep, we're going straight into the super. And with the extra modifier, that's a lot of damage on Gold Lewis. Ooh, I can do gold bursts too. And I bet Sierra Vice can do a little bit of something extra damage. Look at that. A solid 70% or so. And still more to come. Your boy is dead.
Yeah, holy. I was just in awe looking at that. Sierra just kept going.
Gold bursts are kind of valuable for Gold Lewis. That's why it's in the name, Gold Lewis. I get it. I get it. What is this combo?
Oh! And it goes into the ball, breaks it. That's 60% of Giovanna's health just gone like that. Oh, the DP just getting a hit. Your boy could have nearly gotten the conversion out. Oh.
Yo, we are moving. Yo, what? Step dash into the wrong direction. Still able to keep this momentum up. Your boy converting, equalizing. Service, 50 meter. What's it gonna be? This is a hard knockdown. Yo, just jabs it. Service, how are you this good? This not quite gonna be the kill, but subsequent hit does it. Yeah, I wasn't joking when I was saying this could very well have been the main event of the evening. These players are playing out of their minds. Service even, I don't think the ping pong combo Service showed in the left corner there. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before. There's a lot of potential for Gold Lewis still to be discovered, probably, because you have so many different ways of using that.
Yeah, speaking of all the different ways, going for the super here, that still breaks the wall at that distance. Just a little bit of damage out. I wonder if it could have actually gone all the way through the reversal super, finding a way in. But yeah, the jump and back, jump D, just gets the round.
That's actually a good counter strategy against that spiral arrow. Neutral jumps, back jumps, and then use your best air button to sort of tag it.
And especially since, jump dust has hit so much lower, it's really good to hit the floor, to hit any opponent trying to approach from there. Unfortunately, too far away to get the dust off. Sierra didn't get the last hit needed, which could have perhaps hit. Maybe when your boy wouldn't have been seeing it, wouldn't have been expecting it. Maybe now, I think they'll be just paying extra bit of attention to potential busts. Speaking of, Sierra's just saying, I tried to hit you with that. I'm not gonna get hit by the same trick. Blocks the dust and punishes it.
Yeah, Sierra really on top of that RPS option. I bet reading the backdash, that taking out that gun at mid-range, that was like, if you think your opponent is coming forward after that or pressing a button, you're not gonna take out the gun. You take out the gun if you think that your opponent is 100% sure gonna backdash. Ooh, the rare good button, as I've heard the rumors. Jump B from Gold Lewis, better than it looks.
Yeah, I think a lot of these really fast Gold Lewis buttons just end up being so good because everyone approaches Gold Lewis thinking like this guy's moves are all so slow. Like what is this big fella gonna do to D? And then he just goes, yeehaw, I have one of the best 2Ps in the game.
On the other hand, it's like you really gotta go for your fastest moves because those, everything else is so slow. So it's kind of out of necessity that you're driven to use those buttons. So they better be good. All right, we are in this situation again. Plus frames. Yo, that 6P didn't work there. Your boy is just dancing around, backdashing the burst, getting there in time. How many other characters can actually, after a whiffed blue burst, get back in there from that distance? I bet not too many, but Giovanna just covering that distance in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and it keeps going back and forth. Your boy is still 1 point behind, but this could still be anyone's set. It's being super well played, super back and forth. It does just feel like the individual rounds go one side or the other. It really is an attacker's game right now, but anything can be true. Oh, the shimmy on the grab. Your boy now fanning it with the super, which gives the hard knockdown on the wall break. And now 2S.
That's gonna put the fear into Sierra Vice's heart to not hit those those throw breaks too often. Ooh,
the Behemoth Typhoon just barely hitting the drone. The burst bait, and this is death. Sorry, Urboiagain. I'm gonna see you on the next round.
The presence of mind there. There's two options. Either you recuperate from your losses and stop your offense, or you just wait for the burst.
Yeah, it's Sierra with just that Typhoon pressure, just using those 5Ps to auto time and buffer the input.
Right, like a very active usage of FD, as you should do against Gold Wiz. Wow!
Oh, that cross up. I don't know if Urbo even noticed what had happened. That could have been so much more devastating for Sierra, but speaking of devastating, Sierra just did big combo into set point.
It's like
just one more?
It's really like a Guilty Gear thing. So many things happen in these 2D fast air dashers. When stuff happens, you gotta already be able to see into the future. Like, you get a weird cross-up. You've seen that in the past so many times, maybe hundreds of times, and you're sort of, your body is already reacting to play that situation that none of the viewers would be expecting. That wasn't 7 yet, was it? I think that's 6, maybe? Oh, your boy's game crashed.
Oh no.
Alright, so we're gonna wait for your boy to come back. Do I have to manually exit this to go to lobby? I think so. Yeah, it is still 4-6, so your boy still has an opportunity to bring it back.
Just an unfortunate unfortunate crash and unfortunate issues so far. Hopefully it's not been too bad on the gaming side for the players.
Yeah, I think your boy's if I recall correctly, your boy's PC is a little on the lower spec side of things, so sometimes having some of these hardware related performance related issues. But we are doing our best. It's funny, is Sierra stuck in the limbo too?
I'm stuck in a limbo. I think I need to back out of this.
Yeah, I think you need to press a button to get out of the infinite loading screen.
There you go, I'm out. Sierra free. Oh no. Your boy might need a restart.
Did the lobby just completely die? Can I even... I can personally move, but it seems like the players can't do anything.
I think we did it. We did a bad thing mentioning that it was working too well.
I'll show you what works and what doesn't. All right, we're out. And is that nope? That's Madoka.
Yo, 3 for 1 pizza deal?
Give me some of that.
Oh, I remember those. I remember those deals. Toni is just saying, you know, like in a pizza chain we have here, they sometimes just do these deals, like 3 pizzas for the price of 1. Speaking of Gold Lewis's win quote, he does talk about pizza.
How small you gotta make those pizzas to make that profitable?
They're like regular sized pizzas. You can get 3 for 1, and it's like 15 euro for 3 pizzas.
That's a good deal.
Gotta pick it up at a store. Ah, damn.
I'm of course viewing things from Finland's sort of food price levels. How much would one pizza cost in Portugal?
I see. Okay. While we wait for our players to come back, let's look at the website.
This is important data. This will decide which country is the better place to live. The cost of pizzas.
Yeah, go anywhere from like 15 to 20 euros for like medium-sized pizza. So it's not the biggest size, but it's like I can eat a whole medium pizza and I'm pretty full.
I'm actually surprised. So that's fairly pricey actually. Depending on where you order in Finland, you're probably looking at less than 10 euros per pizza.
Damn. But I mean, if you get 3 for 1, that's like 5 euros per pizza. So.
Right. I guess because the price of one pizza is so high, naturally, then yeah, I would have guessed that things here would be more expensive than in Portugal. Is the cost of food overall in Portugal very high?
Not usually. I'd say this is like on one of the more expensive pizza chains. Small pizzas 5 to 7 euro. How much is a small pizza? Hold on.
Yeah, that's sort of what I would. But then again,
I don't know. Every time I order food here, I will usually go. There's a very nice local Mexican place that does like burritos, and they also do kebabs because it's 2 kind of neighboring restaurants. It's one Mexican and a Turkish kebab place next to each other. They're like together on Uber Eats, so you can order both things in one place.
Turkish kebab. That's sort of that's kind of like the fast food meta in Finland. Turkish pizza kebab places. I would say like 75% of every like quotation restaurant is one of those run by Turkish guys.
Oh yeah, how much is a Big Mac menu in Finland?
Damn, I gotta check. Because I don't go to low-tier restaurants such as McDonald's myself. I did it once because my wife wanted to.
Yeah, but this is about comparing the economy. So
right,
yeah,
right.
a Big Mac Mac menu is €5.60 in Portugal. In Germany, it's $8.89 for regular size Big Mac menu.
Wait, why can't I get to... I want to search for... Hello? My internet? There we go. Alright, Big Mac. Alright, so which one are we looking at? Just the Big Mac. Or Big Mac menu. What is that? Is that Big Mac meal?
I guess, yeah, the meal. Yeah, burger, fries, and drink for the meal. Yeah, wait.
Oh shit, McDonald's web page trying to start up my VR.
Oh,
you're not gonna.
How?
You're not gonna do that. I actually don't know. Sometimes like a lot of weird web pages just randomly are trying to start your VR when you have a VR headset connected.
Interesting. In Spain, it's €6. Yeah, that's close to Portugal. Okay, I'm asking my friends because I don't remember how much it was when I lived in the UK. I'm asking my friend how much it is in the UK right now for a Big Mac meal.
How do I make this a meal? Come on, show me the price.
Big Mac meal is €9. If it's what is y'all need to come to Portugal. We got good weather. We got a cheap Big Mac.
But I literally can't figure out how to make it a meal in their webpage.
Plus fees. Toni.
What is meal in Finnish? Jesus Christ.
€8.75. That's somehow cheaper than Germany. But it's still nearly €9 for a Big Mac. Wow.
Alright, I think.
What? I mean, no, yeah, Switzerland prices are insane. When I spent a month in Switzerland and it was really bad, I remember seeing the prices on everything there was so expensive. Like, you would go to just get like an espresso and they would ask you for like €3.50. And that was even considered cheap. They were like, yeah, that's fine. That's
Big Mac all-in meal. What is all-in? Is that what we're looking for? I think so. That's gonna be €14.20 in Finland.
14?
Yippers. Unless the all-in meal has something extra, So there's... What is in the all-in? Yeah, that's basically the only one I can find. Big Mac Plus meal and double cheese is even more expensive. I guess it's $14.20.
Yeah, wait, yeah. So you're saying, yeah, pizza is cheap in Finland. Big Mac isn't. Bounty hunters, everyone. Informative about how everyone's economy.
Did Libby find the right one?
Okay.
875.
Your boy, by the way, your boy has shown signs of life, coming back soon. we're waiting because your boy crashed. The set isn't technically over. We're waiting for. Yeah, they're rebooting and they're coming back now, so it shouldn't be too much longer. Thanks for bearing with us, everyone, as we talk about the McDonald's prices.
Oh, I found a web page that compares Big Mac meal in all countries.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Switzerland is the most expensive. What's the cheapest place? Philippines, €2.5
Whoa.
for a Big Mac meal. Damn. €2.50? Jesus Christ. You can live pretty large if you make your salary in a different country and live in
the Philippines.
Philippines, I guess.
Yeah. Mezzi is saying is true.
Doesn't Spooky live in Philippines?
I don't know.
I forgot which country he relocated to. It's one of the Asian countries.
Yeah, what is the hourly minimum wage? Philippines. 547 pesos a day. How much? 547.
How many hours of work do you gotta do?
Okay, so apparent. Hold on. Yeah? Oh, a day. Hold on. That's assuming... I need to open up. Right. Okay, so it takes... You can get a Big Mac meal every 2 hours of work in the Philippines.
Based on their...
Based on their hourly minimum wage. And in Portugal...
So wait, if we... What's our average salary in Finland? I think... Wait, we have to work only like... I think we get a Big Mac per hour. We get more than a Big Mac per hour. We get
a Big Mac every 1 hour and 15 minutes in Portugal. That's because of our minimum wage. It's like... Yeah, €4.16 an hour is Portuguese minimum wage.
Alright, that's pretty safe to have to look at minimum wage. What's minimum wage in Finland?
Yeah, I am looking at the minimum wage. Now, Libby is asking the real question here. Especially if you have a nice local place. Like, if you go into a kebab shop and the guy at the front, or a kebab van, and the guy at the front is like, what do you need, friend? Or what do you need, boss? Like, that's how you know it's going to be a good kebab to eat.
Damn.
That's the strategy.
Is that like a secret handshake, and if they don't say that, you go somewhere else?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, I didn't actually know this. In Finland, you don't have... Like, minimum wage is not defined by law.
Oh, really?
At least this is what it says. Huh. I mean, there's gotta be some sort of regulations, at least like minimum wage, how it is in for European Union, at the very least. Minimum wage is more of a union thing. That does make sense. So like different unions have different minimum wages set for various jobs. It's interesting because like Finland is extremely unionized when it comes to workplaces, but as far as I understand, the rest of the world is not necessarily so much, or like countries other than Nordic countries. And some countries, it's like basically heresy to be unionized, like America. That's so weird from the viewpoint of like somebody living in a Nordic country. How can you not be unionized? Who's looking after your rights?
Yeah, I mean nobody. That really is a thing.
I guess just get exploited, brother.
This has been a very interesting bounty hunter stream.
Last we heard from your boy, they were launching Steam, so probably fairly close to making it back, perhaps.
Really hope so.
Oh yeah, Meduca also has a overlap with Striving for Progress, so... As fun of a detour this has been, I think this is gonna have certain consequences for certain players. So we're gonna have to maneuver this through somehow.
Yeah, and Maduka now has had to go play their Striving for Progress. What are we going to do about this all? So we were supposed to have... Was it NKellyy next, or was it Maduka next?
Let me check. So, yeah, next match was initially supposed to be Maduka versus HiWill. Other than Maduka's Striving for Progress game, I think the subsequent players don't have any other restrictions, so we could potentially play NKellyy versus Kianator next if Maduka needs.
So yeah, your boy has said that yes, game is not detecting their controllers, so unfortunately they're just. I think they're just taking the loss here, unfortunately due to the technical difficulties.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but that's the PC matchup this time. It was very close to 7, so...
Yeah, it was on match point. It was very well played from both players. Good job to Sierra. Thank you for bearing with us as well. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the esports break.
Yeah, let's play NKellyy versus Kianator then next. Let me...
Kianator, well?
Or, let me see. Oh, Maduka is asking if they can play. Yeah, we can play Maduka versus HiWill.
Yeah.
So, progressing as per schedule. Remember to set yourself back on the cabinet, by the way.
I'm on. Oh no.
Me smart.
Yeah. I was not sitting out. I was sitting out after the last time.
All right, there she comes. Maduka, I think so far, undefeated on Bounty Hunters. 3-0 record for a Russian Soul player. Also, a very big thanks for the players being extremely flexible. This was initially supposed to be Maduka versus Frinky, but unfortunately the connection to Iraq wasn't quite working as well as intended, so HiWill stepped up on an extremely short notice, in fact like half an hour before the start of the event, and here we are. Might as well update the UI as well. It would be extremely helpful for the viewers.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Alright, more Eno goodness.
Yeah, again, HiWill showed last time they played against Soul that they have a really good knowledge of the matchup. No matter how unfortunately kind of sided towards Soul, it feels like it is. HiWill seem to be really competent at playing it. But Maduka also a player with really good conversions on their Soul. Definitely bound to be able to capitalize on the fact that 5k is such a strong button in this matchup. They might be able to convert into the super nice high damage combos.
Yeah, you can get pretty far with Soul just by having, good execution on your combos, because Soul is, Soul's trademark has always been, I shit out damage every single game.
Oh my god, the clean hit Volcanic Viper on the wall break, just killing right there and then.
Oh, that was interesting. Just
Is that a frame kill with the 2 far slashes into the
wonder, or a swag way of moving forward. I don't need to dash into this combo. I'll just far slash in the distance.
Oh, and look at that conversion damage. This is what I was just, mentioning, and Maduka just shows us right away how, any one conversion can just spell the end of Eno's life, just like that. Yeah, this is quite the struggle matchup typically. 2S and 5K are really good buttons for Soul here. I think HiWill is gonna need to really be at their wits to make sure they can't get called out by anything. Yeah, even jump slash into jump dust does leave a gap big enough for just that, for 5K to trade and leave Soul in an advantageous trade situation.
Look at this, Maduka's just cleaning the neutral with 6S. Jesus, that button, that's like a big driver. Why'd they give Soul big driver? I mean, arguably the vanilla Strive 6S was kind of like a big driver, but they've tuned it down a little. Yeah, the punish, man. Maduka getting the maximum punish there, I think. Close slash, anti-airing before the second hit of the super coming out. That's gotta be optimal. Again, the 2S, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and the 5K into the Kara Volcanic Viper, Maduka just has those. And just like that, took 2 points very quickly.
Maduka is surprisingly high execution player for their, perceived skill level. I can't remember the last time Maduka actually dropped a hard combo. And let me tell you, Soul general gameplay might be easy, but some of these combos are not as easy as they look. Being a former, wow!
And yeah, another Kara Volcanic Viper conversion. As much as in this, I want to be rooting for the Eno player. Obviously, there's my personal bias there. You have to respect how well Maduka is just converting right now. Again, that's one of Soul's biggest strengths. I think it is just a setup using the 2 far slashes into the fast meter for the meaty.
Because she did it again.
Yeah, getting all of those big, those really big frost frames on Wake Up.
Alright, here comes the first ever interaction for HiWill.
And the blue RC into grabbing the 2 heavy. Oh, the dash up super.
Alright, reaching almost the maximum range of that 2S.
Yeah, just...
Took a while to get started, but, the blender is rolling until Soul gets a big hit.
Oh, and the shimmy. And this is gonna... Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Unfortunate drop there on the RC. I think RC'd a little bit too early. I'm not entirely sure how the momentum works. I know Soul are seeing Volcanic Viper into jump heavies. Very common thing to get that big momentum.
Are you
an air combo.
Me? 2S works as the anti-air as well. So, what did they give this boy? I think, like you mentioned earlier, 2S is probably like the comfort button for Soul. Whenever you're playing a matchup where 2S is extremely good, Soul players are eating for sure. That's like one of the safest buttons in the game to just whiff. Easy to convert. It just does everything.
Yeah, the biggest issue in this matchup is the fact that Eno really struggles to play neutral against Soul. And Soul can just any sort of small neutral win button that he gets can just be converted into big combos.
Yeah,
and now Maduka going over a bit too slow to get the full punish, but still just put herself into the backjump position. That's still HiWill finding their stride. Again, I do have to note, last time that HiWill played and it was against the Soul matchup, there were a few losses at the start, and then it turned into a very decisive, sort of focused way of playing for HiWill after getting the sort of the download on their opponent. So
yeah,
I wonder if we're gonna see the same here. Looking a little bit rough with this corner pressure.
Ouch! Ouchies! Still going on. Yeah, I think with Soul especially, you gotta gauge how, you know, aggressive the players are, especially when you're a little more calculative. Again, the makeshift double dash forward with far slash. Spend the 50, keep the pressure going, keep building risk. Oh, that should be a punish, yeah. At that close range, Gunflame, not the most advantageous thing. Again, yo. Ooh, missing the 5k this time. HiWill still with a small chance, but they're running out of resources as well.
There was no more meter there. The block and sort of FD, any special moves. So Maduka is gonna take a fourth one in a row. And HiWill is finding a foot in the game, but it's still, again, it's starting to get to the point where the advantage is just very big. Oh, another attempt at the sort of just a random command grab in neutral. HiWill just kind of throwing out the Hail Marys. Ow! Oh, the 5H starter. This is bad. This is bad for HiWill.
Soul is extremely straightforward in the pressure, but man is he effective. It's like you're basically guessing between a strike throw or pressure resets, but if you guess wrong, it's often enough next round if you're playing against a player who's this good with execution.
Yeah, Maduka has shown time and time again, just her ability to just convert off of anything is super good, and I mean that's what you need as Soul. Like, Soul is that encapsulated, is you have strong neutral tools, but the thing that really makes him good character is that ability to just convert out of any of those good neutral tools.
Yeah, if you convert well, you can just lean on that risk reward advantage that you probably have in almost every matchup.
Yeah, and it's super rough for characters who have their tools so kind of thoroughly dominated by Soul's neutral. Like, you know, in this case, you know, dealing with what Soul is trying to do to you just regularly is very difficult.
Yeah, even off those stray hits, HiWill sort of struggling to get into the position where you get to do the Ino thing. Oh, here's a chance though. Maduka spending YRC before burst.
Oh, that super being too far up above, so the close slash doesn't actually hit. HiWill now being able to take a round. Very close though.
I guess
and it's still the 5-point deficit. But getting the Daru burst bait, flying above the 2S.
That could be good. Now, if any DPs are baited, there's not gonna be a way out, but 5k.
Oh, and now, yeah, Maduka getting, yeah, the good conversion into the knockdown. And look at this risk.
Oh no.
Solid grab. We've got a bit of a back throw incident here. There's still risk left on HiWill. Heavy Volcanic Viper finds its way in. HiWill very close.
Okay, we are on board.
Okay.
It
It
took a couple of games of download for HiWill to adjust, but maybe this is the start of the comeback.
Yeah, and it is such a rough matchup. Still, even the 7-3 matchup has those three there for you, and you can be that three if you're just good enough. So, again, fortunately though, Maduka with this amazing pressure on.
It's like Maduka is
God backdash, but
certainly fishing, like whiffing a lot of buttons in sort of preparations of HiWill's Abare attempts. I think if HiWill manages to catch onto that, they might be able to whiff punish their way out of the corner. But again, whiff punishing fast moves like that, like Soul 2S, you're gonna have to commit. You can't react to it per se. Yeah, like that, just like that.
Oh, but the 2H hit, that's pretty big. That nets you good amount of damage.
Wait. That was an interesting combo. So many jump Ds.
But now Maduka is back on the pressure, gets the meaty Fafnir, walks in for the wild throw. Very late burst.
Oh, this time the Darube not quite working. Yo, the snipe! Maduka tried to read probably an approach or a stroke the big tree there from HiWill, but getting the snipe with HCL. Yeah, HiWill is actually starting to find the whiff punishes. Look at this. But the question is, what can you get from those whiff punishes? Unless it's like a counter hit, I guess Ino will struggle converting from that range without meter.
And then, yeah, once again into the Fafnir meaty. So many plus frames. And then Wild Throw finishes it off. Going into a set point, unfortunately, the 6-1.
It's like HiWill is finding the adjustments, but I wonder if it's a little too late, because it's so hard to take 6 games in a row.
Especially against a good solid player like Maduka, you're always kind of at risk of losing. It's just dire right now. Oh, but a solid conversion with the zoom in red RC. The drift grab.
There we go, making burst safe as well.
Yeah, very good from HiWill. This is what we want to see, but is it coming in too late?
Yeah, I wonder if with this knowledge, if the set starts now, it would probably look very different. But let's not count HiWill out just yet. I've seen HiWill do some really naughty things. Nice backdash catch. Burst is used from Soul and the meter as well. If HiWill somehow manages to wake up from this and get the pressure going.
Good hit from HiWill, securing that hard knockdown. Unfortunately, Maduka's Abare finds his way in and gets her the round win.
Maduka's just so fast to play. It's like you defend for such a long amount of time, like 20 seconds in a row, and then she's just ready to explode at a moment's notice when her turn comes. Very important feature for if you're playing like a one-chance role in a matchup. I always get my fingers cold and just miss my combo when I need to defend too long. Oh, really nice call out there. Ooh, just hold this. Unless, yeah, if Maduka was on the ground, maybe, but air to air, yeah, that's gonna be Ino's Q. All right. 6-2. Is this the median score? I checked Bounty Hunter's the info sheet, and I think 6-3 was the average of all the matches played.
All of them, or just these two characters playing each other?
Basically every single character on Bounty Hunters included. Sets tend to be on average 6-3. Alright, looking like a... Ooh, interesting. The float dash into jump P. Don't see that very often from Inos. Punish is there. Ooh, Maduka dropping the combo. Rare footage. Definitely had the kill there, especially with the 100 meters she had. But HiWill will certainly take the gift. Certainly takes everything that Maduka is willing to give them at the moment. Good Abare interrupting that float dash from HiWill. And now we're entering the danger zone. Yeah, no 50 meter. Maduka was probably betting on getting the 50 meter from that second hit of Bandit Revolver. Yeah, that one. That's what we were looking for.
And now, catching that Fafnir coming. Good on HiWill, but still very close. Using that burst just to try and get this game. God knows they need it. Oh no, grab. Oh no, the OTG!
God, that was clutch.
Into a third round. Now HiWill, who was one little bit of damage away from winning, is just it needs to put in that work all over again. Maduka finding the Abare with the 5k, bringing HiWill out of the corner.
Dash cancels.
Dash up grab. Fafnir once again. Power slash.
Oh no!
Going low.
So hard to block. Alright, we're out for now. And HiWill also has the meter here. Has to still outplay Maduka's burst. There it is, and it does it! HiWill!
And there it is! Yeah, one more game.
Yo, we've reached the median. And anything past this point is bonus. But I'm sure HiWill will not be happy, will not be content with that. They are looking at the W for sure. Not giving up. This is the momentum that they needed. Certainly giving encouragement for HiWill. But the fact remains, we're playing.
Oh, look at the damage. I always get surprised. Yeah, clean hit Volcanic Vipers.
Alright, in this situation again, one round is all it takes for Maduka to close this out. Smacking HiWill around the room, the screen. Oh, God, just a backdash of the jump attempt.
HiWill! It's just, oh no. Okay, uses the burst for one last shot at staying alive.
Oh,
but Vortex finds its way in. And just like that, the 7-3. The scoreline that matches how people describe this matchup for Eno. But it is rough. It was a very valiant attempt by HiWill, but unfortunately those adaptations need to come a bit later.
Yeah, like I said, if like the 8th or 7th match was where the set started, could have looked a little different, but Maduka amassed such a massive lead at that point. It was so hard to come back. Nevertheless, really valiant effort to run it back from HiWill. Was interesting watching HiWill's adjustments live there. Alright, now, as per schedule, NKellyy, the Austrian Biken player, versus Kianator Jacko from Finland, one of our newest additions to the Bounty Hunters roster. It was actually against Maduka that Kianator played last week, and yeah, it was like, judging by how confidently Maduka played that previous matchup, it was pretty difficult for Kianator as well. But I was super surprised how well versed in the matchup Kianator was.
Kianator showed a lot of promise for a first showing here at Bounty Hunters, and I think in any online event. So I'm really interested to see how they match up with NKellyy. It's always good to see someone who's still kind of getting a foot into the kind of perception in the event, how they then match up against the people who show up here very often, right? It helps us kind of gauge where they stand. Getting the unknown factor with someone we know quite well.
And who better to measure yourself against than one of the most active players on Bounty Hunters, NKellyy. I wonder if Kianator is playing on Striving for Progress as well. Let me fire them a ping. I think the Soul matchup is definitely tricky for Jacko, but I wonder how the Baiken matchup is. Should be better, right?
I'm trying to think about it. I don't think this is a matchup I've ever really seen. Have we had this matchup on the show? And maybe I'm forgetting, but just
I can't think of many Jacko players around NKellyy's level. I think Fecian might have faced one, maybe. But what Baiken sort of lacks in this matchup is Soul's absolutely devastating neutral buttons. The 2S really difficult. Soul 2S very difficult for Jacko to deal with. Baiken is gonna have decent buttons, but not Soul level decent buttons for the grounded game at least. Baiken's strength more lies in the air game. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this matchup is gonna play out.
I'm just thinking, because Kianator showed kind of that they weren't very afraid to just play kind of a zoner gameplay against their last matchup.
Which you would sort of expect from Jacko players. Not being really the brawler type, you probably want to get a couple of minions out, build up an advantage for yourself. Sort of like throwing a fireball and approaching behind it is how you would look at Jacko's minions. So whenever you can, you would love to get the party started that way. And of course, Baiken being the more brawlerish type, tries to make that not happen, tries to snipe the incoming minions on the way in, and then put Jacko in a position where she doesn't get to play her neutral game, has to defend instead.
And I also have to imagine that the gun super does pretty well.
Oh yeah. Unless there's some trickery where Jacko's minions end up deleting the projectile, I guess we should be able to see that.
I think it would be more that Jacko's minions would get deleted by the projectile.
You would think, but Jacko's minions delay a lot of really questionable stuff, especially in the newest patch.
I am very curious then to see. I mean, it seems to be fair back and forth here on the first round. Gun already, going through the minions and hitting Jacko. Maybe it would be different, with this super, the armor super, against the gun. And NKellyy here, struggling to find a way out with the Toni.
Ooh, what a snipe! Yeah, that's the cool thing that you have, the cool advantage you have for Jacko. Taking a little bit of damage out of the opponent's life gauge is sort of not a big deal. It's doing the big chunks of damage that is gonna be harder for her to manage. Unless you have a corner and you can just do some really nasty kick loops. Ooh, the active frames of the jump slash get extended. I guess that's one of the most difficult normals to have your active frames extended from bike and jump slash.
Oh, that the cross of the Azanza finding its way in. And the conversion! NKellyy has those, gets the round really nicely, very convincingly.
God, I love that route. It has so much oomph, so many like hits that you feel the impact of. in quick succession. Oh no! Okay, lucky for Kianator, NKellyy doesn't quite get the optimal punish, but still working in the corner. Instant overhead. Your life might be over. No wall stick? Alright. Still one more chance. Waiting for the minion gauge to recharge. Building that bandage.
Kianator trying to find a safe way in, but NKellyy stretching out with the jump slash. Finds the last hit and takes the first point of the set.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Had an interesting cleave of the minions there at the end. I think jump slash just tagged both of the minions that were on field. I think usually it's in your best interest for sure as a Jacko player to try to defend the minions that are already out so that you can maintain that critical mass. Oh my god, Johansen just takes out everything.
And a blocked gold burst. NKellyy kind of trying to be sneaky with it, trying to get that gold burst in, but Kianator was ready, was blocking, but now still NKellyy still gets a very big conversion. Lots of YRC after the hard knockdown.
Damn, saw the response from a mile away. Alright, we're setting up. Ah, but the classic escape. NKellyy jump air dash into Yozan. Speaking of side switches. Oh, barely swinging a miss with those 5 heavies. God, that's the snipe from such a long distance. The jump slash ends up working in NKelly's favor in this matchup so far. Last chance to use the burst. It's good. But NKellyy, ooh, gets there in time so that the minions will not become an issue. It's of course something that you don't want to let your Jacko opponent do for free. Get the minions in a position and activate all the stuff that they want. That's what NKellyy has been doing, rushing in, trying to find the angles to approach. As a Jacko player, it is sort of your job to close those trajectories. Kind of like, I don't want to make this comparison, but kind of like Venom in a sense.
Oh no, you just annoyed every Venom player potentially watching this. Even still, Kianator being able to play the zoning game right now, NKellyy is just having a hard time contesting. Oh, manages to get the 2K 2D combo off of the landing.
Alright, good snipe out of the sky. Yeah, there we go. Bobbing and weaving, engaging when they try to interrupt your or make your minions go away.
Swift burst. I think slightly punished by Kianator, but still, the biggest punishment here is the fact that NKellyy is still not being able to be close. Goes under the armored minion with the 2H now, though. Gets across of Yosansen.
Oh, the mix-up just keeps coming.
Does this kill? Yes, it does!
Damn.
NKellyy.
Left, right, high, low. Damn, this character has it all once you get in a position to mix them up. Ooh, nice. Yeah, again, protecting aggressively their minions when possible, not letting NKellyy get the free pokes. But the trajectory this time, 2S. Sorry, 2 heavy gets there in time and crosses up. Uh-oh. Danger time. Right, a little too early there with the Yozan hit. Kianator not quite in a position to close this out. But it's one more hit. That could be it. Yes, indeed. Converting out of the minion attack command. And Kianator is on board. This is where it begins. The intelligence gathering period initially over. Now we delve deeper into the RPS. It's the punish. Ooh.
Oh, the gun super catching the recovery of jump dust.
Yeah, I think...
Kianator will pay dearly. Blocking YRC once again. NKelly's just been ready. NKelly, I've noticed, as of in their recent appearances, have been blocking a lot of, you know, they block a lot of bursts, block a lot of YRCs, keeps everything in check.
Yeah,
Quite a defensive offense.
Yeah, seems to really have a keen sense of when the opponent wants to spend their defensive resources. But speaking of, you need to have defensive resources to cope with this. I think that was actually beneficial for NKellyy to take that hit and get the wall break without super. Basically gets out of the jail for a little bit of lost life. I'll personally pay like a decent amount of life to just get out of that corner situation when Jacko has the shop sets, so to speak. Those jump Ds feel so heavy. And now Kianator somehow has the fight through the rest of the round without NKellyy getting in. Good burst actually, and the presence of mind to block it, but NKellyy is so fast on their feet, dashing in, catching with 5B on landing there. Oh, I'm having a black screen here.
So have I. I hope this is not a spectator kick.
Let's see, is it a desync like earlier or just a straight out spectator kick?
Right. Seems like they're back.
Right, we're good.
They didn't get a new game. Yeah, I think we all got kicked out.
As fast as blocking an instant overhead, NKellyy picks up on the spectators disconnecting and giving us a chance to not miss any matches. All right, so it's one point for Kianator, 3 points for NKellyy. Jumping straight back into it.
Mankind Duel 1. Let's rock.
I feel like NKellyy's playstyle has, like, it started out extremely aggressive in the past, but has now sort of transitioned into a more balanced kind of playstyle, I want to say. Oh, again!
Yeah, really solid. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the full conversion. I think in this matchup, you really need to play the full sort of whiff punish, hit confirm playstyle. Just kind of play the honest footsies. If your opponent is gonna play the zoner style,
right?
I think trying to make sure that you're kind of being able to kind of gauge situations properly, know when to go in against Jacko is really important, because if you go in at the wrong time, you're just gonna get like soccer kicked, you're gonna get a minion thrown at you, you're gonna suffer an attack or a parry command.
So just playing the matchup. TLDR. Oh, Kianator picks a really nice time to instant air dash in. Again, NKellyy was going for a Gabari there. Ooh, opportunity combo. Yeah. Pretty decent damage. And with the resource lead as well, Kianator looking pretty good this round.
Yeah, and armored minion is here, and NKellyy gets hit, even setting at the minion just in case.
Yeah, other than having your opponent locked in the corner in a thick minion swarm, that's probably the second most favorite place for Jacko to be. When the opponent doesn't have a lot of resources and is low on life, it's like fairly comfortable for you to work on that last pixel with your zoning game. Ooh, okay. You can't really block while you're holding the minion, so the only thing I can do is try to run away. Alright, recovering in time. Oh, this would be an easy jump out,
Going
right?
to catch.
Wait, no!
No, NKellyy started. I saw the startup of something there. NKellyy committed to a button and got punished on of it.
What a read from Kianator's side! The ultimate frame trap, so that... Oh, I like that. Getting hit on the way out, but preventing the worst from happening. Kianator starting to be extremely on point with the minion snipe, picking the right trajectories for keeping NKellyy's approaches in check. Now NKellyy doesn't even have the available 50 meter. Oh, they have
Now
no,
they
you
do.
know it. What's coming?
Oh, and the knockback from the gun super bringing Kianator over to NKellyy, but Kianator still with good defense stays safe.
That was literally probably the round-winning play there, being able to sort of persevere that 100 meter that NKellyy sank into, sort of guaranteeing the mix-up. Really good on Kianator. We are 3 each. Oh, I think I put 2 points in Kianator there. Should be 3-3, right?
Mankind knew that
I'm pretty
they
sure it
cannot
should be.
change society. Duel 1.
Correct me if I've made a terrible mistake. 2D. Lands a small hit, allowing Kianator to amass more minions. Oh, and just like that, they're gone. But just because you managed to make all the minions go away at full screen range doesn't mean that Jacko can't start building up the mass back in a moment's notice. Only takes so long to take one out and throw it at the opponent. Oh, but speaking of things that you can throw at the opponent, Tatami blocks. Oh, that's a nice reversal.
That is a very good reversal just in time. Elysian Driver hits it so much damage to NKellyy, equalizing lives now.
Not all the things you can do on defense, but that is definitely one that you can use for 50 meter other than dead angle. Sorry, YRC. Fucking exert players.
Oh no, the X-Third grind set, as it's getting known in the Portuguese FTC. But even still, NKellyy once again with these conversions, I think they've been doing really far by just kind of navigating the difficult neutral and then on any hit, just being ready to convert. And that burst play on the last chance that Kianator would have to do it.
The rocket bike, and I was like, all right, that's pretty okay way to use 50 meter to get in there, but no, NKellyy went for +1 and got a mix-up out of it as well.
Auto 2D finding a hit.
Alright, pretty decent YRC towards the corner as well. Yeah, now it's mixing time. Oh, a little too early.
Solid grab. I don't know if that was just kind of luck on Kianator's side on hitting that grab on wake up, or if they were read that the setup was not done correctly, but
yeah,
really solid grab.
Could be a fake as well, like miss Yozan into a throw. I mean, who knows with these nutty
Viking can do so many things out of the grab that there's so many different setups, which is where the difficulty comes in kind of knowing what the Viking is trying to do. There's so many things.
Ooh, but you already know what the mix-up is here, the high-low. And one more for the jump. And NKellyy ready again! How is that possible? How does this man know? I think they've cracked like 80% of Kianator's bursts so far. Absolutely uncanny scent for the bursts as well as YRCs. missing the combo, unfortunately. NKellyy gets to press their offense. Straight.
Yeah, but still has a whole full bar of health to work through. Finds a hit. That's one. We're gonna need at least one more. Now gets the grab.
Oh, they're
What
trying
is,
to...
oh, the movement, the tether movement, abusing each other, abusing the tether movement and how it moves themselves to make it hard to do anything.
Next hit is gonna be crucial. Oh, Kianator fights the hit. Unfortunately, can't do enough damage in that situation. Again, the classic, the go-to way to land a little bit of a lava tap there. Air dash into Yozan. That is such a dirty tool. Not only is it a mix-up to a point blank for high-low, you can also go for a cross-up. And again. How is this allowed? Oh, and again! Yo, every single moment of the match, you gotta be ready. Ooh, back turn time though. And NKellyy makes it out alive. And speaking of things that are probably not alive for too long, Kianator has to make really the play of their life to be able to come out of this.
It's still very I was gonna say it's still very possible, you know, Jacko with some very good zoning tools could really kind of put the work in. But that far slash from Viken managed to get a really solid trade.
I wonder how much the fact that you're only on one more hit point changes your decision making and your mental game. Even if it's the same situation you would be playing otherwise at the start of the round, you gotta be, has to be creeping on the back of your mind that, like, I can't make a single mistake, I can't take a hit. That must change things for you. Oh god! And again,
another burst of 8. And NKellyy is just always ready for them. Playing these combos, just holding back. And now on set point.
it's really hard. I mean, it does look like Kianator is perhaps making the same mistake over and over again, but it's so hard to adjust when somebody's playing this sort of like fast-paced game with you if you're just not used to it.
Oh, they didn't manage to get the super jump out, I think. And yeah, are seeing the minion grab just to be able to block the gun super now, but still, NKellyy just manages to get in off of the plus frames on that. And now he's putting in the work, and I think, yeah, that's just gonna kill. Just gonna hit confirm into super. And now we're on set point. Set round potentially here.
Praying for a moment's respite, please. Bike and slow down, but NKellyy is not gonna do that.
Okay, NKellyy is always on maximum gear here.
Oh, going under.
Solid slide under the gun super. I think I was on reaction even off
Probably.
Off of the super flash being able to go for the gun. Oh, conversions now. Going in. Oh no. Oh, very low health for Kianator.
Able to
Still
block
manages
super.
to be blocking. RSP into 2D. Oh no, this is dangerous. And a jump up air grab for the set.
I gotta say,
What?
NKellyy doesn't really show too many air grabs, but when he does, he hits them every single time, and they come from nowhere. NKellyy Baikan.
Really good stuff. Whew, okay, after that said, I absolutely need some water for my voice. Everyone should hydrate a little bit. Right. I need this water.
Alrighty, 2 more to go. And we got an interesting one. The second time we play Faust Mirror in Bounty Hunters, and I think it was Dr. Toni as well who played the previous. Oh yeah, it was the Toni showdown. And once again, Looking for more Faust mirror match funsies. This is probably one of my favorite mirror matches to watch. Not only one Faust throwing items, but two Fausts throwing items. Alright, we got Toni on the way. And during that, let me actually check. I think Prezli has played pretty well on Bounty Hunters so far. Yeah, 2-1 record. Only lost that one match to Radoon. Prezli has taken out NKellyy and Deknad's alt character Zato so far. And as far as I can remember, those matches where I was really impressed. I always say this, I'm always so impressed by pretty much every Faust player we've had on Bounty Hunters. Their sort of ability to overcome the alleged tier list disadvantage and working with what they have. It's really what you gotta do on Faust. Doing the things that Faust does well even better. But this time, don't have to play against any Rams, Nagos, you name it, whatever high tier characters. This is gonna be a straight 5-5, the mirror match. We're gonna settle if Dr. Toni is actually the king of the Faust mirror, or if the first time was a fluke.
Alright. I'm up here, got here back in time with water, fully ready, feeling good. Is everyone hydrated? I hope so. And I'm excited because obviously Toni, one of my locals, you know, showing the Portuguese Faust pride. Been playing online on the tower, trying to get, you know, a lot of a lot of streamers and learning to play against them. Definitely has shown on multiple occasions how good he really is with this character compared to, you know, the perceived strength of it. So it's very good to see someone who's just dedicated to making, you know, a struggle character work. I mean,
look how much meter they're building. Who's gonna? Oh, they just commit to going it all the way.
Oh yeah, and already there is a item super thrown out. There was already a horn, a trumpet, considered to be Faust's worst item. And now, yeah, Prezli going for the cross-up. Gets a gold burst into the 10 item super. The only true combo.
It was kind of funky. I think Prezli teleported into their own banana peel there. How can you follow this up? You gotta... Wow!
Where did that close slash hit?
That's a Guilty Gear moment right there. I don't think Toni was even extending themselves into it.
It was just... he just got hit. It's just Faust moments when you're both playing Faust and playing against Faust. You're going to put yourself liable to have some moments like this happen. That horde stops Toni from getting a proper conversion off of that jump heavy hit.
You literally have to be like a bullet hell player in this matchup to keep track of all the items that are coming out.
Yeah, you need your mental state to be ever so slightly closer to Faust's one in game in the lore.
Wait a second, did Prezli just close slash that? I think that was supposed to be a cross up there, but Prezli, I guess, knew the setup and was able to interrupt with a close slash. There's a gap there?
Oh, the 2H hit?
Oh wow, might have actually been able to punish if it wasn't for that 10-ton weight there.
Oh, the command throw on Toni now. Prezli just coming in, getting the safe jump on. Now, there's the guard crush. Throw break after the guard crush. Solid 16.
Nice. Good reaction.
Yeah, I mean, if there's someone who's going to be able to react to fishing pole, it's going to be another Faust player, as shown here. And now, yeah, we have the Horde into item super once again. We got the Looney Tunes power helping out. Going for the reset, Prezli recognizes it and blocks the cross up. And now the overhead comes through. And
That
Toni
was so
takes the
funny.
round.
I think Toni crawled under that bar slash, then the bar slash hit the little guy and activated it. Wow, what a matchup. It's gonna explode, yeah. Oh, I wonder, did the frame or the explosion fuck up the combo there? Well, what is going on? From which side?
Was that a mini Faust combo extension nearly? I think Prezli tried to pick it up, still got the round in the end, but it's just... what a mess already. And yeah, Prezli, unfortunately, bursting a bit too late, being in range for Toni to punish it. Solid 6p into Meteors, crossing up. But Prezli is paying attention, knows what Faust is trying to do, as they also play Faust. And jump 2k loves into 6p. Classic Faust stuff.
You really gotta watch this matchup on like slow motion to be able to get all of it.
Or you have to play a lot of Faust yourself. I feel like that's the only people who truly understand what's going on with Faust are the people who play him. See, though, maybe this is the truest 10-10 matchup mirror.
It's like when the items finally start coming out,
Trumpets.
There's so many micro interactions. I wanna like kind of like, ooh, that's so smart. Ooh, that's so smart. It's impossible to commentate on all of it.
There's just too much going on. Oh, the fast fall RC. And there we go, Toni finding a hit in, taking a round.
Ooh, that's an actual, whoa, full conversion. Wait,
There it goes into the reset on the love, the pressure Oki with a projectile.
Nice.
Jumpy.
Not able
Very
to get...
solid and converts. Has the Oki. Now Toni gets the trumpet. This will allow for a bit of a pressure reset potentially, but no, the mini Faust actually managed to get Toni out of whatever was happening. Solid command grab after activating the mini Faust. Blocking a gold burst.
I'm audibly squinting here. Holy shit, what is going on?
Oh, and the attempt at the command grab after wake up allows Prezli to use the very slow reversal.
Right, battle for whoever gets this advantage here as far as points go. Ooh, who's gonna get the trumpet?
Oh, the 10-ton weight, but the wake up grab from Toni catching Prezli off guard. Oh, and there we go. There's an extension with the meteors coming. Prezli managing to 5-team Urboiagain out of the corner.
It's too bad in Strive the items prorate the combos so much, so you're not gonna see as crazy combos as you would see in all the Guilty Gear games.
Oh, and there's a trumpet here. Toni wanting to get in with the minion pressure, but Prezli just goes over. But the bouncy love finds a hit in as a punish to the 6p, and Toni converts into a game 3 win. Whew! This is high octane gaming. This is what we're here for on Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I literally called out earlier that this is probably my #1 favorite mirror match in Strive for sure.
It's definitely got the most, Mickey Mouse Looney Tunes entertainment factor.
Is like you're automatically right from the round start you're on a different astral layer of Yomi.
solid fishing pole. Oh, and once again the super hitting.
Kill their shins. That's enough. Prezli looking to take or even it out. The first items, what's it gonna be? Little Faust closing in. And the combo breaker. Ooh.
With the bomb, Prezli forced the burst away. Really solid fishing pole punish there from Toni. Good 6B.
I'm so surprised, like every single time one of them dashes forward, they're just on the lookout for the fishing pole and ready to 6B. And the cross up, yeah,
oh, and
of course.
yeah, there's the cross up.
I wonder if the Afro makes that even more potent. Or if it has no, you know, difference whatsoever for the mix-up that you would play.
I don't even know if that can be a cross-up if you don't have Afro. I think it can, but it's a lot harder to get the setup consistent, perhaps?
Who knows? I guess only Faust players.
Yeah, Faust players will know. Where's Krakatoa when you need him?
The hidden esoteric knowledge. The only way to make wins happen in this for this low tier character or something, or so they tell. Okay, more items. Are you ready for this? Double hot potato. Prezli
And now
smartly.
Meteors, oh, the cross-up, really nice from Toni.
A little too late with the fishing pole as with punish. The OTG too heavy is enough. Couple of really close games. The past couple ones, but Toni now pulling ahead with the skin of their teeth. Oh, who's gonna get better items? Not only
I think this is more about who gets more items, because again, it's just a quantity over quality at this point. You just get as many of them as you can, and then if your opponent is letting them stay up on screen, eventually you're gonna get really good ones and really good meteors and stuff, and you're just gonna be able to take the advantage from it.
Ooh, nice interruption there with 2K.
Solid 6B once again. These 6Bs from both of these players are just on point right now.
I'm surprised the hammer didn't actually hit in the previous situation when Toni was 6Bing.
Oh, and there's the mini Faust taking the round-winning hit.
Do it for the team. Wow, that was from downtown. 5 heavy house screen. Has a surprisingly good hitbox if the opponent is willing to extend themselves into it. And I know Faust has the ability to extend themselves into a lot of hits. Not the most disjointed of normals.
Oh, there we go. We're gonna see. Oh, unfortunately, not getting the clean hit. ORC into the 2K, blocking a burst. Toni just has these. Prezli jumping out of the command grab.
But the little guy combo breaking for combo breaking Prezli's sequence there. Good reach, but you can't fight the RNG. If the little guy has your back, so they shall. Speaking of little guys, having to block all of this junk on the way in. Prezli gets in position to 6B. Oh, nothing personnel, kid. You stay in the corner. Fight for the trumpet. Ooh, that was smart for Prezli. Backdashing and then snatching the trumpet with the teleport. Oh, good. Oh, is he gonna... I mean, it's gotta be difficult to not only pay attention to the items that are incoming, but keeping a note of the timer of the bombs. And not just the bomb, but bombs at the same time on screen.
There's been multiple occasions where there's been 2 or 3 bombs on the screen at the same time, and that's, you know, very possible to happen. There's two Fausts right now on screen just trying to throw them, so it immediately becomes very possible for these things to happen.
Oh, nice, negating the... I think it was Toni who grabbed the horde there. It's a really good, fast conversion into a throw. Meteor's coming. Oh, that's a lot of stuff.
Good Scarecrow hit. Ooh, that jump kick. Unfortunately hitting the wrong side. And Prezli takes another game. There are so many situations where it's genuinely difficult to see who's scoring hits and who isn't.
Yeah, and to make it even more harder, I think all of these 6 games so far have been relatively even as well. Oh, wait a second. Did they purposely step on like a banana peel to dodge that? That was so wacky. Right, a lot of little guys coming from all angles. Oh, there's one more. Is that gonna come back and bite Prezli in the ass? I think at this point, no.
Ooh. Oh, solid Scarecrow RC to get under Toni.
I think
the love actually beating the overhead.
Surfing in there with the mix. I think that was a OTG hit, but that's enough. Multiple hits, dealing at least 1 point of damage. Alright, keep them steady. Put them on back. Oh, how are they gonna use the combo or the bomb? The bombs?
Solid 6p once again. The banana peel, unfortunately for Toni, stops the combo from happening, which could have killed.
Meteor's on board. Oh, doesn't manage.
Toni doesn't recover in time to block the meteor.
Oh, that was an interesting way to avoid the hot potato RPS there. Teleport instead of punching it back. Toni slowly building up momentum. Still not too far away. This could still be Prezli's game. Or set, rather. Waiting for the bomb to explode. Fishing ball as an anti-air works. But now Prezli, ooh, nice presence of mind. Jumps over the horde doing their own combo. Alright, we're going into the basic BMB. I kind of like that. Instead of taking a wall break on the previous combo, just opting to reset it into this situation where they have plus frames from the bomb bag, and if they manage to land one more hit, it's a kill. Keep the corner instead of... Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very good, especially considering how, neutral in this matchup can be so chaotic and, literally random sometimes. So being able to have that situation where you have the guaranteed advantage and reading that and maintaining that pressure is very good.
Oh, the 10-ton hammer was there. Item.txt is on. Rare footage of Fishing Pole not being 6-speed at neutral.
Well, and now Toni's in the rough situation of just...
Critical mass.
Prezli has just more items they're being able to throw out.
And I guess eventually, like, if you get a good streak of items that allow you to either mix up or get your way in, that's probably the only situation where you stop throwing the items and just engage the opponent. A good check there. Both synchronously throwing an afro there. Oh, I was almost landing into the bomb.
Now,
nice.
Big hit. Minions coming. There's also a mini foul somewhere on the screen. There it was. Solid wake-up throw from Prezli. There's a bomb doing extra damage on the throw. Conversion off of the overhead crow hit.
Maintain the corner. Ooh, good check and good presence of mind to stop your 5p string as well, because the bomb was about to explode.
Oh, Toni gets slammed out of that. The cross-up meteors from Prezli find the game-winning hit. Trying to catch up now. Oh, that went from... Yeah.
I think I double tapped into
the point ad. Yeah, I saw that. But still, 2 more games behind. Prezli is kind of running a little bit behind, having a bit of a struggle, but still, everything's possible, especially in this matchup. Oh, comboing with the meteors, but unfortunately there's the little guy stopping Prezli's combo. And now the wake up throw into RC. Can this convert into a kill? Yes, it can.
Yeah. Oh, misses the combo this time. That, I think if you hit like that, that's gonna do like Nagoriyuki level of round start damage. I know Toni managed to land that earlier already. Oh right, that was Toni's little guy. What about the bomb?
Yeah, it explodes a little bit too early for a combo extender after the command grab, but will the super wall break kill? I think it does against Faust.
Should be enough guaranteed damage here. 2 instances. The super hit itself and then the wall break damage. Oh, Toni is trying to have a little bit of fun, but Prezli, oh, follows suit! It's a gentleman's game. Let me do that as well. So that these pesky bursts are not gonna ruin our magnificent Faust combos.
Oh, that hit, the overhead hit from so far away, from literally full screen, just hitting Toni, and now behind 2 hammers, advancing 6p into meteors, and yeah, just throwing a lot of items, flooding the screen. 3 bombs for Prezli to hold now. The trumpet also coming. Item super from Prezli's side. There's so much.
At some point, like, there's too much junk and you can't hit the bombs back anymore.
And it was just, they both used Scarecrow at the same time, and turns out the overhead crow beats one of the side-to-side ones. It'll just go from atop whichever Scarecrow the other Faust is.
Toni's potentially, oh, nice interruption, and yeah, wow! Perfect play from Prezli, avoiding the incoming little dudes, as well as keeping the combo alive. Oh!
Bomb hitting both of them, they both go for the item. Now yeah, grabbing the donut, grabbing the trumpet.
Oh, what about the bomb?
Oh, blocked it, but...
How did Prezli block that?
I think this is what Faust's experience looks like. It's just being able to block in that scenario, recognizing. Wait, Toni?
Oh,
is this some elaborate BM?
I think they just tried to. They probably went for the throw OS, which requires you to not check whether your throw hits or not. Maybe? No? Wait, who's winner? Toni.
Okay. Maybe it was BM. Maybe it was just some panic from being at the game-winning position, but what a set, what a show, Toni once again. Showing some pristine Faust gameplay. I
think that's like a matchup where you... That matchup gotta drain the juice out of you. You gotta be so, you know, you gotta look at the screen so intently. You gotta keep track of like 10 different factors at the same time. This is really like something else. But Toni proving once again that they are extremely adept at the Faust matchup or the mirror matchup. However, Prezli not coming out of that too far behind, considering I think Toni going into that matchup was gonna be the sort of what's the opposite of underdog? The
favorite player?
The favorite player to take that, yeah. That word. Alrighty, one more to go. Here's the big boy matchup. We have first opportunity to check out Gibby Nagoriyuki from UK on Bounty Hunters. Another extremely potent European Nagoriyuki player. We have a lot of those.
I'm familiar with them.
Sorry?
I don't think I'm familiar with Gibby as a Nago player.
Yeah, I mean, me neither, to be honest. So gonna be super interesting to see how they fare against Fecian, who is once again pitted against another Nagoriyuki player. I think this is like the third time in a month that Fecian has to play against Nago or something like that. But it's, you know, it kind of, it do be because a lot of top tier players love to play top tier characters, so you're gonna see a lot of high tier or like very capable Nagoriyuki players at the top level of the competition.
Oh, and it just makes sense. It's the favorite character, the one gets a lot of wins, that gets that has a lot of favored matchups. It has a lot of flexibility, so even then the gameplay is a lot of fun. A lot of people enjoy the way that Nagoriyuki is just able to convert off of everything and do a lot of cool stuff with the specials, and that matters a lot, obviously. You know, being able to not only be strong, but be able to convert off of just about any hit is super important for people looking for what character to play.
Yeah, especially in Strive, because the Strive meta is kind of that, you know, converting everything into big damage, and Nagoriyuki just rides that meta game. But yeah, Fecian, having played this matchup a lot and having shown to be able to tame even the toughest of Nagoriyuki players, certainly, probably, I say certainly, but maybe rather probably finds this somewhat of a familiar experience. But we're gonna see first-timer Gibby, Fecian, one of the more active top-level players on Bounty Hunters. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, again, Fecian ends up being the big knowledge check player here. You know, forcing people into the Jacko matchup that a lot of people aren't familiar with. Look at that parry command right away against the attempted 2H. Fecian just not holding back, clearly. Forced the burst out of Gibby very early on, which is really good stuff to do.
Yeah, I think there are like two different ways to approach the bursting metagame against Nago. Either you burst very early to get out of big damage, I think, which makes sense if you dominate the neutral, or then you can save your burst and burst when Nago is high blood to guarantee them not being able to use their special moves for a while. Ooh, the timely 2D. Fecian carrying this into the corner and gets a double up. Not sure if Fecian realized what they were doing, but they did it perfectly.
And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you just need to just get the kill. Just to get the kill. Just get something by accident. I saw the kill happening on the screen and my brain got taken over by that thought.
It's like it is not one or two times we've seen people run into the blood rage explosion, not realizing that they actually have a kill on their hands. But Fecian, probably a smart enough player, I say certainly a smart enough player, to always be mindful of that ever-filling blood gauge.
Especially considering Jacko is a character that has a lot more going on, it can be kind of daunting and difficult to really be paying attention to the blood gauge as you're playing. But you know, a player as experienced as Fecian, I'm sure, has the ability to just be mindful of it at all times whilst playing. Probably has, you know, the Jacko gameplay down very naturally. As we say that, look at this round start, how dominant that was. Parry command still being active against the jump slash. Oh, did we not get a prediction?
A little late, but this will do. The prediction is open, and stats transpiring. We're activating. Oh, I like that. Getting stuck in that red buff situation, even mid-screen, is not optimal, so probably a premium place to spend your resources.
Yeah, and then Gibby there going for the big blood combo, knowing that they would pop regardless of what they were gonna do there, so might as well just go for the big damage special cancel combo.
Oh, nice, gets a side switch, and half of Fecian's life.
Yeah, that is the thing. If the Urboiagain in this matchup is able to, you know, be the one that gets ahead, gets the hits, you know, Jacko dies a lot faster than Nago. Undeniably so.
Oh, okay, spending resources to forcibly put Gibby in a situation where they can't necessarily use special moves anymore. And characters like Jacko, when Nago doesn't have access to special moves, when you can't neutral skip, that's your time to play. Like, Nago in this situation can't do all that much. Gibby, at the moment, does have access to at least one more special move, but if you don't go for the special, I mean, jumping forward is the only thing that you can really do. The super jump forward, one of the only things that Nagoriyuki can RPS with. And a lot of characters' game plans revolve around putting, oh, he was gonna pop, but
That's just, yeah, that's just the power of Nago. That unscaled 6 HOTG damage is no joke.
and the confidence to go past because they knew they had that round there in the back pocket already. Right, nice challenge there. Beyblade, no more plus on block. Oh wait, was it ever a plus on block? It was even before, yeah. Not quite Sin's old elk hunt. Right, a lot of blood here, so won't be able to Beyblade in. Gonna just have to be content with walking forward and trying to utilize that almost full screen reaching 5 heavy.
Yeah.
Nice check there on forward Fukyo. Fecian.
And I don't think, you know, Jacko has a lot of the tools that allow her to really fight a level 3 Nago pressure very effectively without risking a lot in the process.
Yeah, especially if the screen position is not in your favor. Of course, when you have the position, like when you have space to backdash, that's a completely different deal. Oh, of course, 5D.
Finding the 5D hit, yeah, that's the Jacko tried and true technique when you can back it up either with meter or with the servant attack command.
It's really Jacko being one of the special characters that can set up those fast 20 frame 5Ds overheads without having to spend 50 if they want to, but you can spend the 50 as well if you don't have the minions. Oh, and straight cuts straight through the proration into Elysian Driver. Gonna be big damage. Bam!
Yeah, even on the Urboiagain, that is, you know, something you gotta see with perspective. That's the Urboiagain damage that would have been on most other characters, you know, twice of that amount because of Nago's incredible defense modifier and guts.
Yeah, that almost kills Chip.
That does almost kill Chip, and that's what a reality we live in. Barely 50% of Nago's life versus death for the president. And that sounds bad. I hope no one's listening and putting us on a watch list.
Don't clip that out of context. Oh,
Now,
waiting.
yeah, Fecian playing it slowly, just waiting, and then getting the low out, converting into the kill.
You kind of have to be mindful of your opponent's resources there. One reversal super from Nago can completely turn the tide of the match upside down and put you in a defensive position as Jacko. The position where you'd never want to be. Ooh, mid-screen activation, alright. We're pushing. Yeah, I think direct activation full screen sort of equals corner carry. Which is a pretty decent price you get for your 50. Pushing, activating. Yeah,
going for the insult to keep this pressure going, to have all of the meter in the world. Look at that damage. Not even finishing it with the super. And now, one hit away from... Oh no. Gibby drops the combo.
I wonder...
And the attack command.
I wonder if they were worried about popping there too prematurely. Or if that was just too far to convert.
Maybe. I think you could have still gone... You know, if you delay the forward slash a little bit more, you can at least get the Rekkas out. So that could have potentially killed without popping. Now look at this blood gauge.
Wow.
Yeah, and the parries. This has to hurt on the mental game as well, but even so, Gibby gets the grab RC, solid amount of damage. And you can't burst any of that.
What's your counterplay against that parry? I guess just delay your strike a couple of frames?
Yeah, I think you just have to wait it out and then get a punish on it, right?
Oh, I didn't see how much health the shouldn't kill.
Oh,
Very close.
It doesn't kill, but it's that's a lot of damage. But the drift forward bite?
That's actually smart because that's throw-inable. Takes the burst a little too far for 2S.
And there's the 2H. Nago pressure now. Fecian dedicating a lot of meter
Wow.
to the FD. And manages to get the last hit. That was very concerning.
Clash at the end there. Jacko's 2D, I guess, activating a little faster than Nago's. Decent round start, nice. Interrupts the minion takeout. That's often the sort of the mind game. Whenever 2D is blocked, is what is Jacko gonna do? Are they gonna frame trap you? Are they gonna try to take out more minions? Are you gonna sort of match your play according to that? Of course, if you already have minions, the go-to response is just minion command, and then you just gotta hold it.
And this time just 5D
Close.
into super.
Ooh, not quite the kill.
Barely enough damage.
Yeah, the closer you draw to that 0 hit points, the more the guts are gonna step in, or kick in rather.
Interesting that Fecian can do the minion recall cancel on block.
Yeah, I think...
That's something I've noticed them do every time we play, but it's quite interesting that that's a thing that Jacko can do. Oh, that dropped minion in the air, blocking the attempted 2H, knowing that that's the best anti-air that Nago's got.
Yeah, you know what that minion callback is a counter to? It's, I think, the only thing she can do to stay safe against reversal supers. Because I remember that being a thing from when I was playing against Fecian and learning the matchup. Especially like against supers, which you can't avoid by taking out the minion and running back.
Now we have, install super. So much minion bar to use. There we go. Fecian, a really sizable lead now.
Ooh-wee!
This is a problem. This matchup knowledge is very difficult to get against such high quality such high quality
players, yeah, because
Yeah.
like, if you want high level Jacko matchup experience and you have a matchup coming against Fecian, who are you gonna practice against?
I guess Carrot, but it's still very difficult. And I've noticed that the two of them do also have, you know, they will have differences in play, because I think Jacko is a very malleable character. She's got a lot of freedom in what she can do, and that will mean that, you know, your matchup experience can be very good at knowing setups, but it still is dependent on you being aware of what your opponent is doing and being knowledgeable enough to have that awareness.
Alright, big read here at the start of this round.
Oh, the command throw. Gibby has been pushed away. Yeah, just being patient, waiting on that parry command, punishing the minion after, but still, Fecian just came in, gets the conversion. This is still gonna do. This is gonna do a lot of. I was gonna say it's gonna do a good amount of damage. That was a lot. Now Gibby does not want to be taken into set point.
Oh, what a read!
On the gap,
might kill.
reversal super. It just kills the entirety of the Guts health amount, essentially.
Oops, that was a double tap. That is not 7. That is 6. One more to go. 6-1. It's Gibby gets a lot of like one-shot opportunities, but the problem is you do still need another hit after your initial hit. Like Nago does a lot of damage per hit, but for somehow like Fecian is just so good at wriggling out of the follow-up situation every single time. Oh, being so tricky. We have the 50 meter. This could be an activation. Here we go. And Gibby has nothing. Even with one minion.
Rough. Yeah, with just one minion, it's already so difficult. And I mean, Nagoriyuki has, you know, not a lot of defensive options in that case, especially without meters. So just one minion is perhaps just all it takes for Fecian to have very safe setups against Nago. And now the tap FTs are putting in a lot of work against this chip damage, but there's so many hits. So many hits. Fecian could have just kept that going.
I'm not exactly sure how much activating the minion super prevents you from building meter, but it just seems it tends to flow pretty well. Like you get a minion super and then you get another one if they keep respecting. Now Gibby absolutely needs this. This is like the last chance to make a comeback attempt. If Fecian wins this, it's
but
over.
even still, it's such an uphill battle.
We need those 2 hits. Back to back. But where are they gonna come from? Fecian is just so good at avoiding hits. Oh, I say that!
There it is, yeah. This is the good thing about Nago. You can make so many combos just completely burst safe with how disjointed your slash normals are. And now Fecian still 1 round away from victory. Gibby 5 points down, but has the potential to begin a momentum swing here. But unfortunately, this round not off to a promising start.
Strive! You're not feeling
Fecian with the purposeful drops here. Go for the wall break now.
I think that was best that Gibby could have hoped for. Just get the wall break and go back to neutral.
But even still, Fecian here, yeah, just goes for the strike throw, and gets the throw for the win. Whew. That is
Soshiro.
Yeah. What a set. What a demonstration for Fecian. Every time Fecian shows up, it just puts the fear of God in me, the fear of Jacko in me.
Oh boy. Yeah, Fecian. This matchup seems like business as usual for Fecian.